It's Wednesday, the 2nd of December. It's coming up on 2:30 in the afternoon in Munich, Germany. This will be the first recording of this journey, which will last until the 3rd of January. We're just going to spend 2 days here in Munich, then move on. I'll give you a shot of our hotel. You can see it above right there. That's the Holiday Inn City Center. I'll show you on a map where we are. Very, very pleased with that. Thought I would be disappointed. It'll be a good choice for future stops here in Munich. Got off the airplane very early this morning, 7:30, 8 o'clock. Walked through immigration. Got on the S8, the S-Bahn. Took us right to the basement of our hotel. Underneath there are several restaurants. It's a shopping mall, grocery stores, etc. I know I'm looking west into the sun. This is the Isar River. It's probably, well, I can see my breath, so it's got to be in the 40s. But looks like we lucked out with a couple good weather days. I'll just generally show you where we are. This is a map. This is mostly the Altstadt, the old town. This is your main train station over here, the Hauptbahnhof, where you can catch a train from the airport right downtown. We actually came in a little bit off the map here. We came into the Ostbahnhof, the east train station. Our hotel is actually over here. This is the Isar River that cuts through the city. We're walking over through Isator. When a medieval town was built, it was generally flanked by water or some kind of geographical feature that would make the town defensible. And then to enter, and of course they would build walls. And in those days, then the only way to get in would be through a towered entrance. This happens to be the Isator entrance into town to the southeast. You have Sendlinger Tor over here, Karlsplatz and Karlstor over here to the west, Stackus. And to the north, I'm not quite sure, I was looking for it, but I know there's a tower up there somewhere, and sometime we'll find it. But anyway, we're going to walk across through Isator and walk down to Marienplatz, probably one of the most famous areas in all of Europe at least. And that's where the action will be going on for tonight. Usually starting, I can't remember if it was the day before or the day after Thanksgiving. Anyway, the later part of November and up until Christmas Eve. Throughout Germany they hold what are called Christkindlmarkt, and it's a lot of celebration, music, food, arts and crafts kind of stuff, and it takes place all throughout Germany. So we're going to get to participate in that this evening. No special plans. This is just a time for gathering it all back together before we move on to Rome. So we'll start walking. This is the Isar, and I'm sorry I can't point out where the Deutsches Museum is. It's right out here somewhere. We've been there several times. It may be over in this direction. One of the largest science and industry type museums in the world, and been there several times. They have things like, in fact this might even be it, they have an example of the V1 rockets used by Hitler. They have I think the first Volkswagen ever made. Yeah, we're outside there because this is a ship's propeller. I'll just take you to there and then kill this one while we do our walk. But you can see that it's obvious people walk, ride their bikes. It's probably going to be in the 30s tonight, maybe a little bit cooler. Yeah, this is Museum Sinsel, and the Deutsches Museum is 100 meters down the street. Becky and Jay have been there, if they remember. And again, we're right now we're on an island that sits in the Isar River. That's the entrance to the Deutsches Museum down that way. There's really so much to see. You could spend probably a whole day in there. And we'll move on. Again, crossing the other side of the ice arc.